Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nitya Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Shivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nanda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamur Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyadilakshakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sarma Facebook and many other social media platforms. I welcome all of you for today's Parashakti Akash readings where we the Navaratri festival. So what will you learn today? You will be learning about Navaratri, the celebration of the divine feminine consciousness. You will be learning why the divine energy, Devi Parashakti, has incarnated again in modern age. And you will be learning about Devi Parashakti and the supreme point of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, who has come down as the incarnation, and how you need to prepare yourself to his space inside you. And as the cosmic feminine consciousness, Parashakti, liberates you, bestowing her supreme knowledge. She bestows her completion through worship, and Devi Parashakti is worshipped by all the gods and the goddesses of Kailasa. In the Chandi Homa, all of Kailasa represents to bestow upon you. And through her exercises sincerely, with delayed gratification, with this is the best receptor. And the ideologies that you carry in the Manomaya Kosha, the mind sheet, and the intellect sheet are too important for this experience. Thus, each segment is designed to work on each kosha, recommended that you attend the complete program for the best experience. And now, with that, we will move to the next segment of this program where all of us will be seeing a live demonstration of the extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. So today, the Balasans, the Nithyananda Yogis, the initiated disciples of the supreme point of Hinduism, will be manifesting and demonstrating the powers of third eye awakening and sharing with all of you the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation awakened in us through the Diksha, the initiation, the third eye awakening, and various other powers, the blessings and grace of the supreme point of Hinduism, body scanning, remote vision, levitation. Some of you might be wondering where exactly third eye is located, how it works. So the third eye is the cosmic browsing center located and see through the third eye just as you would. Now let us understand more about what are Shaktis, how exactly these Shaktis work, and how Vedagamas, the source, tells in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. and manifesting powers are described as a system, a method, and a science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. And the Shakti is manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are a divine and you need to manifest the divine terms these as any type of external manifestation. And you might be wondering that Shaktis and Siddhis are the same, but Shaktis and Siddhis are actually not the same. They are divine, Guru, and are a source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment. And the Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings, and the source of all these Shaktis, Paramashiva, the divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, and the ways of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and the Yakta, the manifest existence. He performs the acts of Shrishti, which is Graha, which is liberating grace for all living entities. And the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His divine holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, has come down as the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva. It is the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization nation, and the cosmic sciences. And it was where the science of power manifestation, enlightenment, and many more spiritual sciences was lived and taught as lifestyle, and for the first time ever accomplished before. And all of this knowledge and the supreme point of Hinduism being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age was trained and taught into these sciences of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha. So now let's see how we can awaken these divine Shaktis and how can you manifest these Shaktis yourself. The supreme point. Every ultimate truth, jnana, is wrapped into your consciousness, prajna, and manifests
transfer of spiritual energy by an enlightened being.
So now let's watch a short video on how the science of Diksha works.
Through look, word, or touch. The traditional Vedic book Navaratneshwara states, Sarvasamapi dikshanam muktihi phalamakhanditam avirodhat bhavantyeva prasangyastu bhuktayah. The main benefit of all initiations is moksha, and as a side effect, health, wealth, leadership, and Devi Diksha Vihinasya Na Siddhihi Na Cha Sadgatihi Tasmat Sarva Prayatnena Guruna Dikshito Bhavet. The one who is not initiated does not attain liberation nor a better future. So by all efforts, one should get initiated by Guru. What is the science of initiation? Neuroscience has proved that the process of initiation floods the brain with energy. This is the superconscious energy of Kundalini, highest inner potential, a powerful energy loop within the brain, which awakens the latent non-mechanical parts, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, transform our lives, bliss and fulfillment. Initiation creates high awareness, visualization, awakening, healing experience, levitation, teleportation, materialization. Experience the power of initiation through a range of exclusive programs conducted at Nithyananda.
Yes, so that was a wonderful video on how the science of Diksha works. So now let us see how the science of power manifestation is authenticated through four aspects of Pramanas. So the first is the Shastra Pramana, which are the eternal, unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures, where the Vedic Rishi and verified the sciences. And the next is the Atma Pramana, which is an account of this millennium's avatar's personal experience of the power manifestation. And then the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. So now let us see what exactly are the Vedas and Agamas. So the Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus, pure science where the applied technologies, sciences are expanded. And the Veda Agamas, are given the status of Shruti as they are directly with Pramana. So now, let us get ready to witness a very unique and very exciting demonstration of the power of third eye after we go through the Pramanas for the first power, for the powers. So we will be first witnessing the power of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded. And the Shastra Pramana for this power comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. कपालान्तर्मनोऽन्यस्य तिष्ठन्मीलितलोचनः क्रमेण मनसोदार्यात् लक्ष्ये लक्ष्यमुत्तमम्. And the translation for this verse is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva. And the next is the Apta, the power of third eye. So, Darshan, the vision of cosmic form. And Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, Natu mam shakyase drashtu manekshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu payam. So in this verse, Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So this comes from the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form. And it is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye. And the next is the Atma Pramana, where
inside and outside broke.
Swamiji's own words, Swamiji shares. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me. Above me, the whole 360 degree tended that as me. And the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. And all of you here can see that study measures were done on the brainwaves Supreme Pontiff Hinduism himself using a PET scan, a positron emission tomography. And it was measured that when doing daily activities, there is high activity in the brain where the third eye is located. Samadhi state, only the third eye region is active, and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. And the next is the Sakshi Pramana, which are the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation happening in the initiating point of Hinduism. So this rare and sacred science of third eye awakening is being made available to humanity for enrichment and consciousness that surpass all the bounds of time, space, and matter. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is gifting this pure and great science of third eye awakening along with many other spiritual sciences to the world through initiation, Diksha. And everyone who has experienced these powers and who have been initiated have actually witnessed and experienced these sciences and profound results in their Sakshi Pramana, the power of third eye. Yes, so now let us get into the live demonstration of this power. So here with me I have this eye band, which in front is a thick opaque plastic sheet, and in the back there's thick black sponge, which will not allow any type of light to enter around the eyes. And this eye band will be put on my eyes by a volunteer. And once it is done, any of you watching us live on YouTube, you can put your comment section in the live YouTube comment section. And you can put anything that you would like me to read, and I will be reading it through the third eye. And so all of you can see the eye band, so they can have better sleep. So now this eye band will be put on. You can see as it is being put on. Is it little? It can you center? You can see I will be turning my right, left, up, and down. So all of you can see that the eye band has been put. And now, and any of you watching us live, you can put your comments in the live YouTube comment section of Kailasa'S and the YouTube channel. And the comments, it can be anything that you would like me to read, sequences, letters, words, sentences that I think I may not be able to read or pronounce. It can even be different languages. And you can also put random sequences of mixed things with emojis, letters, numbers, everything. Yes, so we'll be projecting the comments for all of you. So the first comment we have is from Nanda, and she has Matara. Nithyanandam, please may I ask in the next segment for as possible. It has manifested many times through various persons and various people. Today, readings. Today we will this power, but you can contact any of us, and we will surely be happy to assist you. And yes, anyone else also who would like to put in your comments, you can put your comments. It can be anything, a sequence of emojis, numbers, words, letters, anything. So here I have with me the Guaranteed Solutions book, where Swamiji gives guaranteed solutions for all problems. So let us now open a page. I will be opening a random page in front of all of you, and I will be reading the contents of the page. So now I'll be opening a random page, and let us see what Swamiji reveals to us. So now let us read this page. So this is page 228 and 229. Page starts with a continuation of the previous pages para. So I'll just the previous pages, the starting of that. It says Tantra deals beautiful 1,000 years ago are found to be prevalent in biology today. In order to be complete, to be whole aspects of our nature. So that is the first two paras on page number 228. And now maybe I'll be reading a para from. I'll be opening another random page, so all of you can see the book. And now I'll be opening another random page in front of all of you. Yes. So now I've opened another random page. Now let us read this page. This is page numbers 428 and 4, and it is the beginning of another chapter. So it says, the next chakra, black box. In Sanskrit, Agnya means will or order. The Agnya chakra is known as the master chakra. This is an ego, and it can be made to flower by innocence and intelligence, and by Zoroastrian meditation technique. The Agnya Chakra is known as the Chakra Raj, the mother of all the chakras. This is such a significant chakra that there is no religion that has not worked on activating it. When the Agnya Chakra opens, the whole being enters into a different realm. The whole layer of faculties open. That is why all of you can see. And yes, if any of you would like to post your comments, you can post your comments. And we will also be, so if any of you would like about this, you can put your comments in the comment section, and will surely help you with the with the power of remote vision. So any of you watching us live right now, you can put in your comments, and you can even put any page number that you would like me to open from this book. You can post a page number that you would like me to open. Ma Mahajal, if you would like, we can do a body scanning for your friend's father. If we have their consent, we can do a body scan. And yes, we actually have another comment from Ma Nitya Nityananda, who has put page 59. Yes, so now Ma, I'll be opening page 59 before we move to the next, and reading the contents of the page before we move to the next power. So now I'm on 506, 324, 214. Okay, so there's actually in the end of the page, there's a story. And a man next to her was an expert pianist and was playing a song by himself. The little girl walked over and watched him play for some time. Then the next page, on page number 60, she finally asked, "Sir, do you by any chance have more fingers than I do?" And then it, in brackets, has laughter. So all of you can see. Page number 59, the last. And anybody else also would like me to open any specific page, you can put your comments before we move on to the next power. Okay, into the next power, the power of body scanning. I now request the volunteer to remove the eye band. Yes. So, and now we'll be moving to the next power, the power of body scanning. Any type of illnesses, diseases, medically diagnosed issues in the body, whether it's physically, mentally, or emotionally. And the best part is through the third eye, we can also provide solutions. So now let us go through the pramanas for the power of body scanning. So the Shastri, Sukshma cha Tattvani yani nilayam Dhyattvante cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body is Swadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneous reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause Paramashiva. By the experience of such stressful awareness, one becomes complete from all thought. Universal divine power, Paradevi Adi Shakti's Pramana, which comes. So Teraya was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agastya. And one day a man suffering from there's a small Teraya, a type of frog sitting in the person's brain. Agastya immediately instructs Teraya, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. And once the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache. The next Atma Pramana for this power of body scanning was revealed on Annie, paraphrasing his words. Only when I had the multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems and findings. And here you can all see the Sakshi Pramana, the experiences, results of the external manifestation. Here are just a few, but thousands around the world have shared their power of this power of body scanning. The body scan. You can put your comments in the YouTube comment section, and we will be doing a body scanning for you. You said, but I heard about contacting you. Yes, ma. So, as you have asked about your friend's father who has remote vision, so you can today we are doing power of body scanning and help you. So you can contact any of the Adinavasis or the power manifestors, and we will be able to do the remote scan for your father's friend. So, Ma'am Hajal Sananda, I hope the audio is clear now. I apologize for the technical journey. Yes, Aina Zavotintaya has now asked how to remove heavy metal and amyloid plaque from my brain and what can scanning for you. Yes, so Aina Zavotintaya, what I was able to see for as that heavy metal and amyloid like from the brain, I was actually able to see that you have to and also so actually by you doing Shirsasana, the blood in the head will happen more better, and that will actually help in removing the heavy metals, and your no your whatever is there in the brain will get healed. And I was also able to see that you should especially in the nights you should play like the Mahavakya in the background. Just it doesn't need to be in a very high volume, just in a low volume nearby. In the see that throughout the day you will be more active, more alive, and you will be able to, and you will be able to start cognizing whatever is good for you. And satsangs where Swamiji has spoken about the 25 states of consciousness and more. So this is what I was able to see for you, Arya. Just in whenever you sleep low, like in whichever wall, a bit, you should just be able to hear it lightly. That's it. So you can play it in that wall circulation and the blood flow in the brain. So this is what I was able to see for you, Arya, and as a voting Arya. And section. Yes. So if anyone else also would like a body scan, you can put your comments in the comment section. And Mama Hajar Nisla, you can reach out to any of the power manifestors or the Adinavasis, and we also will reach out to you and I'm happy to help you to do the remote scanning. Your friend. Let us move to the further segments of this program. I thank all of you who have joined us today for the power manifestation segment. Anyone else also who would like a body scan or any other power manifestation, a body scan, and you can see the science of power manifestation and also various other sciences of Hinduism that we are sharing with the world, that Kailasa'S is sharing with the world. And now with that, let us move to the next segment of this program where all of us will be learning how Devi Parashakti has come down to save today. So let us look at the world today and the way. An additional 0.002% of population is getting infected by COVID-19. The facts are that the total confirmed cases of COVID-19 is, as of 554 CEST, on the first new COVID-19 cases have risen to more than 150 per day in the United States. And an average population increase per day is 174 million, almost 175 million per day. So the rate of those getting infected is almost on average rate of the population. The status quo world population used to decline in 170 years, which is only 3 generations ahead. So the total confirmed cases of COVID-19 is 3%, is about 3% of the world's population daily at all times. Vaccination not known to be the solution or available at any timeline for the world is increasing day by day is 126,062% of the world. An average death, our understanding that the population growth per day and the death rate are moving at the human civilization decline in the next 3 generations. And now let us see the need of a global solution that works across all national policies. So here you can see the situation of the WHO region. So you can see in America, 89 million confirmed cases, in Europe, 70 million confirmed cases, in Southeast Asia, 43 million confirmed cases, in Eastern Mediterranean, 15 million, and then in the Western Pacific, 8 million, and in Africa, 6 million confirmed cases. From the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change warns that we are on a crash course towards catastrophe if global temperatures are allowed to rise. And the window to slow or even halt some of these worsening impacts is rapidly closing. Government's guidance, guidelines, and regulations. This is done. The effect on our survival needs like food, clothes, shelter, and so what is the karma that caused COVID-19? In a verse from the Brihadaranyaka, 4th Brahmanam, 5th mantra, it defines karma in a verse, and it says, Yatakari yatachari tatabhavati sadhukari sadhu bhavati papakari papi bhavati punya punyena karmana bhavati papa papena. And the translation for this verse is, as it does it and acts, so it becomes. By doing good, it becomes good. And by doing evil, it becomes acts and vicious through evil acts. And here you see how the mental health prescriptions and another of thing that is part of the karma animals have actually become extinct, stopping the idea that the whole planet Earth belongs to only human race. God that we share the world with others. So let us set a trend of moving to a nature-based lifestyle. Let us now set a trend of moving to a nature-based lifestyle. And let us stop torturing and killing animals. And let's drop the idea that planet Earth is exclusive of pain and suffering. So when you kill animals, you not only disturb the environment, but you disturb the ecosystem as well by releasing so much pain and suffering. So what is the permanent solution for this pandemic? As per Hinduism, the purpose of the world, the primary principle of the universe is let us all coexist alike. Ahimsa paramo dharma, done from anger, lust, greed, pride, jealousy, and delusion. And let us start living the lifestyle of aparigraha, and actually, Hinduism has found solutions. Hinduism has seen at least 5 complete wipeouts of the planet Earth and the wiping out of the civilization. And we have the knowledge, we have recorded and documented every time when the civilization was wiped out and how it was rebuilt. So the first time when the population, when the world, the civilization was completely wiped out from the Asura Hayagriva who had stolen the Vedas and Agmas. And during the manifestation of the universe in the form of a fish, the Matsyavatara, and landed on planet Earth to give back the Vedas and Agmas to Lord Brahma after getting it back from the demon Hayagriva. And the next is after the great deluge, Bhagavan Vishnu brought Manu's boat and the Vedas and Agmas and the whole thing, and he restarts the civilization. And that is why the Pandya kingdom, the earliest kingdom, is from there that the whole Pandya civilization started. And the third time was during King Ravana's reign, where 7 crore of the population was eliminated, was destroyed. And it was at that point in time that Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra Prabhu incarnated to save the 54 deshas from the evil reign of the king. And this is detailed in the Ramayana. And the fourth time is when King Duryodhana led the world to a nuclear collapse and Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And the fifth time is when Bhagavan Mahadeva, Bhagavan Paramashivoham, the city of Mother to protect the city of Varanasi. And he says, I will hold thee during the great deluge. I'll hold these guys at the tip of my Trishula. And in the Upanishads, the Rishis of the incarnations who come down to liberate people from crisis, they sing ha 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 ahamannam 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 ahamannado ahamannadaha. The individual souls from the bondages through knowledge as Acharya. And Paramashiva is reaching out to the bondages through initiation. The Shakti Pada and Shakti Nipada is the Guru. And Paramashiva reaching out to individual souls and intervening in their karmas, altering it, reducing it, and even changing the happenings of the past, present, and future is the Leela. That is the incarnation. They are incarnations. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna also promises of how incarnations happen again and again to give us a superconscious breakthrough. And he promises, Yada, whenever there is a decline in individual consciousness, the collective unconsciousness increases. To establish the righteousness of the eternal consciousness, the science of my eternal bliss, Dharma Samstapanarthaya, I myself appear millennium after millennium. Sambhavami yuge yuge. And that, let us learn, saw how the world is today and how to move forward and how Hinduism has recorded the 5 times when the entire civilization, Parashakti, that all of us are celebrating during this day, during the 9th day of Navaratri. Let us celebrate the happening of Rajrajeshwari. Let us learn about Devi Rajrajeshwari. So Parashakti, Parameshwari, Rajrajeshwari is the ultimate. Devi Mahatmyam, the Sri Devi Mahatmyam says, Ekaivaham Jagat Yatra Dvitiyaha, which means I am the only eternal power in the world and none else the second. So therefore all these different of Jagannatha, and that Jagannatha takes form as Devi Saraswati, form of Devi Mahakali, Chamandi, during the time of destruction of incomplete people. And she takes the form of Durga Parameshwari to make her devotees to get rid of all the fears. She takes form as Devi Meenakshi to bestow boons for career and leadership. She takes form as Devi Brahmachandra to service. Devi Kamakshi to complete. And in the Devi Mahatmyam, in the 11th chapter, verse 55, there's a verse that beautifully says, Ittam yada yada bada dana bhavishyati tada tadavatiryaham samshayam. And the translation for this is, whenever trouble arises due to the advent of demons, I shall incarnate and destroy the foes. And Devi Rajrajeshwari, the royal and supreme goddess. She is the most splendid form of the cosmic mother and the merciful and protecting cosmic energy. When Paramashiva did not assume a body, but Parashakti of the union of Parashakti and Paramashiva. And Devi Rajrajeshwari sits on the throne holding the Ikshukanda, the sugarcane, in one hand and giving blessings to devotees with the other for no fear. And without self-realization. And her 3 eyes are the sun, moon, and the fire, representing the 3 triads. And her crown is decorated with the crescent moon and is the symbol of the divine delight, by which she binds the whole creation. And the gourd is the symbol of the power of knowledge, and it is the which the whole creation is spread into activity. And the sugarcane is man, and the 5 flowered arrows, the source of the 5 elements. And the scriptures describe her to be seated on a simhasana upon Sadashiva, the cosmic consciousness, whose legs are Lord Brahma, Lakshmi, and the goddess, learning Devi Saraswati. And she is depicted to be worshipped by all the 330 million devas and Lord Ganesh. So now let us see Devi Parashakti's divine Leela. So in the Devi Mahatmyam chapter 12, shloka 37, there is a verse that says, Tvai tanmohyate vishvam shaiva vishvam prasuyate saya chitta cha vijnanam tushtaridham prayachati. And the translation is, this universe is deluded, and it is she who creates the universe. And when entreated, she bestows supreme knowledge, and when propitiated, who bestows prosperity. So today let us meditate on the hymns of Devi Parashakti's glory, on how she protects us being how she protects us beings from the hands of foes and dissolution. So through the mother's grace, Bhukti Mukti Pradayani, bestower of worldly enjoyments and liberation. Third and fourth verses say, O Devi, you who remove the mother of the whole world, be gracious, O mother of the universe. You are, O Devi, the ruler of all that is moving and unmoving. You are the sole substratum of the world, because you in the form of earth, by you who exist in the shape of water we live. You are the power of Vishnu, source of the universe. By you all this been thrown into an illusion. O Devi, if you become gracious, you become the cause of final emancipation in this world. And the further verses say, when you have been enjoyment and liberation, what were you, O you who abide as intelligence in the hearts of all creatures, and bestow enjoyment and liberation? Salutations be to you, O Narayani, who have the power of sustenance and destruction, embodiment of the three gunas. Salutations be to you who are intent on saving the dejected and distressed, that take refuge under you. O you, Devi, who remove the sufferings of all. Salutations be to you, O Narayan, O you who are intelligence and Saraswati, O best one, prosperity, concert of Vishnu, dark one, nature, be prosperous. O Queen of all, you who exist in the form of all and possess every might, save us from error. May this benign countenance of yours adorned with three eyes protect us from all fears. Salutations be to you, O Katyayani, terrible with flames, exceedingly sharp, destroyer of all the asuras. May your trident guard us from fear. Salutations be to you, O Bhadrapali. May your bell that fills the world with its ringing and destroys the prowess of O Devi, as the mother protects her children from all evil. Where Rakshasas and snake robbers exist, where forest conflagrations occur, there and in the mind mid-sea you stand and save the world. O Queen of the universe, you protect the universe. As the self of the universe, you support the universe. You are the goddess, worthy to be adored by the Lord of the universe. Those to you themselves become the refuge of the universe. O Devas, I am prepared to bestow a boon. Choose whatever boon you desire in your mind. For the welfare of the world, I shall grant it. The Deva said. The Devi said, when the 28th age has ended of the Avai Swatamanu, two other great asuras, Shumba and Nushumba, will be born. Then born from the womb of Yashoda in the home of cowherd Nanda, and dwelling on the Vindhya mountains, I will destroy them both. And again, having incarnated in a very terrible form on earth, I shall slay the Danavas, who are the descendants of the Viprachit. And so this was the story of the Leela from the Devi Mahatmya. And we have to worship Devi Parashakti to grace us and save us. We make unconsciously We make thousands of decisions unconsciously in a day, whether it is thinking or talking or doing. It is done unconsciously without awareness. That is the reason we are not able to connect the cause and the effect of many of the things that happen in our lives. We always think out unfair results. We are more karma. There is a way to again and again remind ourselves not to collect karma and to live without the influence of earlier incurred karma. The first step is to have a clear understanding that karma is powerless in the presence of an incarnation. So somewhere this karma chakra needs to be broken, and you need to be given a new energy, inspiration, understanding, and possibility. And if you are always stuck with this action result cycle, you will never ever be given a chance to taste the possibility. Possibility only when the divine intervention happens. Mahadeva, Paramashiva himself intervenes in your life in the form of the Guru. He assumes the form of the Guru just to live a chakra, give inspiration, joy, bliss, and cause miracles and enlightenment. And initial ideas or knowledge of the clicks that brings you out of these depressive thoughts, that brings you out of the influence of your karma. Supreme point of Hinduism is who has come down as the Nijavatara of Devi Parashakti. Kailasa'S the Shyamala Pira Sarvangitam's rare and sacred lineage of pontiffs has been systematically carried over in an unbroken progression from ages. The chosen emissaries of Lord Paramashiva and Devi, who are the Guru Mahasanidanams of Kailasa'S the Shyamala Pira Sarvangitam, are the direct representatives of the cosmos. And on the 27th of April in 2012, Sri Nithyananda Paramashivoham Swami was formed 93rd Guru Mahasanidanam of the Kailasa'S Shyamala Pira Sarvangitam and is the lawful successor, descendant, and inheritor invested with all the powers, duties, and obligations to perform the rituals, spiritual, linguistic epicenters to its original glory. So now let us watch a short video on the Madhurayadi.
The ancient temple town of Madurai in southern India boasts of a 2,500-year-old history of spirituality. Continuously inhabited cities of the world. Legend says that Mother established by the cosmic mother herself, who incarnated she, daughter of the pious king Malayadwaja Pandya, expanded her empire right up to Kailash in current China. But when she came face to face with the Lord of Kailash, Shiva himself, she recognized him as her eternal consort and dropped her arms to companion for life.
Along with Shiva, also kingdom for a glorious 160.
Madurai too fell to its powerful influence, and Shaivism all but vanished from the sacred kingdom where it once walked the earth. Child incarnation Tirunjana Sambandar, one of the 4 visionary saints of Shaiva Siddhanta tradition. The story goes that as a baby, Tirunjana Sambandar was once nourished by the milk of enlightenment This child prodigy arrived in Madurai to effortlessly defeat the learned Jain monks with his wisdom, healing power, and Madurai Adinam and the Meenakshi temple, which had fallen to desolate ruin. Madurai Adinam is today the world's oldest living Hindu organization, with a recorded history alone spanning a glorious 1,500 years. Madurai Adinam has by the likes of Tipu Sultan, Robert Nobili and the poet Saint Vallalar of carrying forward the traditions of Tirunjana Sak.
History of Madurai Adinam. The 292nd Pontiff Srila Sri Arunagirinatha Jnana Sambandha Desika Paramacharya Swamigal, guided by intuition and inducement by Lord Shiva, coronated a charismatic young saint as the 293rd Pontiff of the Madurai Adinam.
An accomplished yogi, a pragmatic social visionary, and an adept in mystical sciences. His Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda incarnation. Within weeks of his of the ancient monastery, Annadan day, free medical camps, yoga classes, scriptural study, spiritual healing and meditation programs. The traditional Adinam now has a website and thousands participate in the and spiritual talks via live streaming, and two-way vehicles are being restored to sanctity, and the neighboring villages are being adopted with basic amenities, education and medical care being provided for all. His Holiness dreams of an authentic Vedic Renaissance for which India has already waited too long.
Here, I take the commitment of making Madurai Adinam as an inter-religious organization. We will fulfill all the responsibilities of Madurai Adinam, make Hindu tradition, Saiva tradition alive, revived, lived, celebrated all over the world.
Generation turns to spirituality for answers. The changes at Madurai Adinam mirror the changing role of spiritual organizations today, centers and guiding forces, forging the enlightened government of the new world.
As the 292nd Pontiff of the Madurai Adinam, Sri Arunagirinatha Jnana Sambandha Desika Paramacharya Swami is the predecessor to the Madurai Adinam since 2012, and the 292nd Guru Maha Sanidhanam, the avatar, as his successor, the 293rd Guru Maha Sanidhanam. And in this video, this is the historic record of the Madurai Adinam, introducing the successor as Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. You can watch this video, available freely on YouTube at your convenience.
So here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being 93rd.
And here you can see various temples and monastery complexes that under the Kailasa'S enlightenment ecosystem that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been working tirelessly to revive and reestablish to their original glory.
By his Guru Parampara at the age of 16 on the 24th of April.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded the international mission, the Nithyananda Sangha, to revive Kailasa.
Hinduism also founded the Adi Kailasa Sarvajnapeetham at the age of 4 on the 4th of November 2002.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded the Adi Pita Sarvajnapeetham at the age of 24 in November 2002. At the age of 24.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been coronated as the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamsha Sarangi Samrajyam of the Suryavamsha lineage at the age of 26 on the 31st of December 2004.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been declared as the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamsha Sarangi Samrajyam in the lineage of the Suryavamsha at the 2004.
Yes, we can. Yes, we apologize for the and declared as the head of various adinams around the world. So here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as the reviver of of various Sarvajnapeethas and various adinams. You can see the Supreme. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also been coronated as the successor of Peter.
Mandaleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akada, the largest apex monastic order, and the youngest Mahamandaleshwar. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also declared as the Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Atalakara, the oldest monastic order, by Acharya Mahamandaleshwar Tukdevananda of 35.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also been coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Tanjavur Adinam at the age of 36 in 2014.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Tiruvarur Adinam at the age of 36.
Of 36 in 2014.
Hinduism has also been coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Dharma Adinam at the age of 37 in 2013.
He was also coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Adi Pita Koldamata at the age of 37 in 2015.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also been revered as the most prolific and most viewed guru in the digital world, and is read and watched by 1 billion plus followers in Hinduism.
Greatest digital Hindu nation with over 1 billion with us on all the
conducted various humanitarian services and initiatives, including free vegetarian food banks, medical services through various international agencies and bodies.
And the Supreme Pontiffism has articles in 3 languages, including translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. And you can see a few of these available online in English, French, and all of these are available freely online for anyone to download and enjoy. Tamil and in Spanish.
And over 20 million copies of these books and articles have been sold, read, and downloaded by millions.
Pontiff has established the largest Hindi library with over 1 million books, 1 million published scriptures, and over 20 million digital books.
Use media.
And the Supreme Pontiff is respected as a commentator of all the sacred scriptures, such as the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Shiva Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, the Ashtavakra Gita, the Jain Sutras, and many more.
And the Supreme Pontiff has been recognized Hindu leader. And most recently, the Supreme Court was also recognized by the Californian State Senate as the sovereign ruler of the sovereign nation.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been acclaimed as one of the
Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism
living personalities by Watkins Mind, Body, and Spirit magazine.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the reviver of the sovereign order of Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and the Nithyananda order of monks, nuns, and Hindu diaspora, who are working for global peace and to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems.
And is the founder and reviver of over 100 Sadvijnapitas.
Spoken about by various heads and leaders of various akhadas and mats around the world. And late Mahant Narendra, who was the president of the largest apex body of Hinduism, Akhila Bharati Akhada Parishad, the group of 13 akhadas and over 2 crore sadhus, monks in India, welcomes the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as one day the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, Bhagavan Swamiji, is going to be called the Vishwa Guru, the Guru of the whole world. And he is going to be the spiritual guide for the world, and peace will spread in the whole world. People are not yet aware of the energy of Swamiji. In reality, Swamiji is the Swarupa, form of Bhagavan, God. And we are offering prayers not just to a Guru, but to an embodiment of Bhagavan. I am sure that Swamiji must have done intense penance, tapas, in his childhood, and merged into God, as a result of which he is expressing this divine power of God. And Sri Shanti Veera Mahaswamiji, of the Kolda Mata, the oldest recorded Mata, human falls into suffering and pain. Ishwar the divine himself does austerities, upliftment. Ishwar is the embodiment of the divine light. Nithyananda Maharaj is seated as the embodied divine light, spreading the world peace and serving the whole of humanity from India. Nithyananda Ji is a treasure house of jnana, sacred knowledge. And just like this, various heads and mahants of various akaras and mats have spoken about the supreme point of Hinduism and have. So now let us see Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam happening as a guru. In this next segment, all of you will be learning the happening of the supreme point of Hinduism as the guru.
Sorry for the technical glitch. So now the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is happening to, where he's giving us the sacred secrets, the sacred knowledge of the Vedic tradition, the Hindu tradition. Yes, we apologize for the technical glitch. Now look into the Pontiff of Hinduism of the Hindu tradition, of the Vedagamic tradition. And this is responsibilism, that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's words on responsibilism. Life is an expansion. Whoever cherishes that idea, continuous expansion, then it will never end. You're entertaining death in your heart, Swamiji says. And he explains, increasing the speed of running is rest. Speed of running. Make it into flying, it is rest. Reduce the friction, because two things are contacting each other. If you want bliss, joy, peace, don't reduce the speed, reduce the friction, just take off. Your body, mind, inner space, consciousness, go on. If you say, no, I can expand, make it into 24 hours and a few minutes extra and penetrate into time. Whenever you need more time, whenever you need to do more work, stop the time, complete the work, and allow time to move. An ordinary Indian housewife, Savitri, did it. She is not a rishi, a saint, a sadhu, Mahatma, Siddha, or yogi. No. She is an ordinary housewife in India. She did it. She told the sun, don't rise back. And the power of authenticity. God, listen, sun listened, and it is possible. Continuous expansive expansion is life. That is life. That is life. Oh, the Sansya Putraha. Break all the root patterns which makes you feel continuous expansion is not possible or not necessary. Continuous expansion is life. Authenticity is life. If your body live now just with liquid diet, don't think you achieved something big. Move to the next level. Make body more authentic to live. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. Authenticity only in ending, all incompletions, patterns. It is impossible. Even Ravana had only 2 patterns. So you're not worse than Ravana. Don't worry. You may be having only a few patterns. Till you break that patterns, only it is a little difficult. Not after that. Not. There is nothing impossible. You are only after the skin. What separates your mind from the cosmic mind? Just the borders you made. I can do only this much. Yoga is authenticity in action. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. What is agitation? Not taking the responsibility for what you mean to others is agitation. When you don't take responsibility for your commitments to others, you get agitated, you get irritated. Let's now do a small internalizing exercise. The first, break that first. Complete with that pattern first. Complete with that pattern first. So step 1, look in and pen down all the reasons that prevent judge. So let's take a few minutes for this process.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivom Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes. Now, for each reason that you have penned down, take the responsibility for fulfilling it. For example, I cannot keep up schedule your inspires you to your schedule. So your whole day, you are in fact looking forward for the clock to hit 1 a.m. So contemplate on each reason.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So with this exercise, break the pattern of impossible. Spoken about break the pattern of not possible.
Science of living enlightenment. On this subject, science of living, I wanted you to understand this. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. I am translating as not just perfection in action, authenticity in action. Listen. Authenticity for thinking means again and again, higher and listen. The moment I say, expanding you more and more continuously, how many of you feel, oh God, then it's an unending process. It can never end at all. I'll never be able to rest at all. It's an unending process. How many of you feel? Raise your hand. You are all death-oriented. First thing you need, should live forever. You desire you should live forever, but when I give the process, you want to live. You don't want to do. See the contradiction. Authenticity is an unending process. I have to expand. I am not going to retire at all. I will never be allowed to retire at all. If you have that feeling, then commit suicide now. You are retired now. You can rest once for all. But that is not solution. Could have committed suicide? No. Life is expansion. Life is expansion. Listen. Come to the space of listening. Life is first. I'll never entertaining death in your heart. So don't be invited. Yeah, you entertain in your life when you feel, wow, I'm going to expand. Authenticity is the best principle. Then understand, you are entering into Akshardham, eternal life. Break the pattern. I am never going to rest or what? Why do you need rest? Increasing the speed of running is rest. Increase the speed of running, make it into flying, it is rest. When you run, there is a friction because two things are contacting each other. If you want, don't reduce the speed, reduce the friction, just take off. Your body, mind, inner space, consciousness, whatever you feel about you, go on expanding. Life can continue to ooze in you, overflow in you. If you say, no, I can expand. You see, now I do 2 hours of work. I'll make it into 4 hours, not more than that. Then I'll rest. No. 24 hours and few minutes extra. And penetrate into time whenever you need more time, whenever you need to do more work, stop the time, complete the work and allow the time to move. You can do. An ordinary Indian housewife, Savitri, did it. She's saint, sadhu, mahatma, siddha, yogi. No. Housewife. She told the son, don't raise till I get my husband back. Power of authenticity. God. it is possible. Don't think only it is possible for Savitri. Because she made it possible, if you make it possible, you will become Savitri. There is no such thing, it is possible only for Savitri. Because she made it possible, she is Savitri. Listen. You always say, no, that is only for Savitri. I have seen many times ordinary people making it happen. And I have seen many times even great sadhus missing it. I know one organization, a religious organization, whole organization strongly believes no one can achieve the space of their founder. They feel, no, that's all over. Now nobody else can become Paramahamsa. Command Nithyananda Sangha should go on producing Paramahamsas and incarnations. You will continue to believe and work and succeed in producing millions of Nithyanandas. Nithyanandas more expanded, radiating than the original mold. Which comes out of the mold can be polished more. You will not. There are some religious organizations, not some, many. They believe their master caliber person can never happen again. Ramakrishna Mission believes never again the caliber of Ramakrishna's personality can happen. ISKCON believes never again the caliber of Prabhupada can happen. Never. Swaminarayan organization believes never again like Swaminarayan can happen. I command and declare Nithyananda should believe, should work and be full, creating millions of people more. Need to be alive with the collective authenticity. The moment you believe you cannot create more Nithyanandas, your collective authenticity is dead. And a master lives in the form of Sangha after he leaves the body. After a Sangha has to keep itself alive, authenticity. जन्म देगा ऐसे अवतार पुरुष जो उनके संस्थापक से भी अधिक शक्तिशाली हो, मैं नहीं बल्कि ज्यादा और ज्यादा अवतार पुरुषों का निर्माण करने के लिए काम करेगा. When you lose individual authenticity, you become atheist. When you lose collective authenticity, you become bunch of atheists, which is dangerous. Don't die with my dead body. First of all, my body itself is not going to die. Understand unending expansion. Continuous expansive expansion is life. That is life. That is life. Oh, the sons of immortality, disciples of Amritasya Putraha, break not not possible or not necessary. Continuous expansion is नित्यानंद संघ को सामूहिक श्रद्धा के साथ स्वयं को जीवित रखना होगा और लगातारित होना होगा. कंटिन्यूअस एक्सपेंशन. All the listeners, if your body is to live now just with liquid diet, don't move to the next level. Make the body more authentic to live, to breathe through the leg. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. अमरत्व के पुत्र मेरे शिष्यों सुनो, श्रद्धा को लगातारित कीजिए और निरंतर काल तक अमर रहिए. Authenticity only begins, never ends. Incompletion has only ending, it has no beginning. Authenticity has only beginning, no ending. Maybe it would have started before the time started. Authenticity as only beginning, no end. Understand, in every action, bring authenticity. If you are breathing up to your chest, if you are inhaling and exhaling is happening up to the chest level, bring authenticity. Make it up to the Mooladhara. Then bring more authenticity. Make it up to knee level. If you can do 6 Surya Namaskar, bring authenticity. Make it into 12. If you are able to handle 5 kg dumbbells, bring authenticity. Make it into 8. You are not going to die. By anybody thinks you are going to die? Because you think you may die, not because of the dumbbell. And expand. People ask, what is the safe way of expanding, Swamiji? I am talking in the national television as a responsible teacher. I am teaching you the science. I am teaching you the science of life, not some superstition. I am not an atheist to teach superstition to you. You are atheist. Atheists also have rings, nobody answers. If you know the other side of the phone, somebody is going to attend, you will see somebody will be attending. If you think there is nobody to attend the other side, it will not be attended. God is not there. Indians try to dial and say, yes, it's a STD call, but he attends. Keralites dial and say, oh, it's a local call, but he attends. Biddi people dial and say, he attends, it's intercom. He attends, understand. He is continuously attending. It is the possibility. Space of continuously living in the space of, till you break the patterns, it is impossible. You are not that diminished that you are 10. Even Ravana had only 2 patterns. So you are not worse than Ravana, don't worry. Few patterns. Till you break that patterns only, it's little difficult. Not after that. Not after that. I tell you, oh, that's all, I cannot expand. Break that pattern. Break that pattern. To me, I am only going to show the real sympathy to me means practicing integrity. Take this as a 1 year exercise. 1 year, I will not listen to any of the boundaries for next 1 year. Physically, in responsibility. I have some of the ashramites who are working with me. He can't think. Yesterday I gave him some few work. 7 hours he sat and comes back with me. And when I asked him, he stands like a frightened kid. One of my rishi, I gave him few work. In the evening he comes back. When I ask him, he stares at me. No, it is such a strong pattern living in him. Possible. 1 year, go on breaking the pattern of no. Completion 1 year. Just for practicing authenticity, completing with F in your life. 1 year. The word impossible would have disappeared from you. The thing impossible, listen, the border you create. Actually, what separates you from the cosmos? The skin and the identity, you are only up to your skin. What separates your mind from the cosmic mind? Just the border you made, I can do only this much. Impossible is the border you built inside the cosmic mind to separate your mind. Like boat jetties in the ocean, where they keep all the small boats, huge stone wall built so that there will be less waves, the boats are protected. Just like that wall separates the ocean, separates your individual mind from the cosmic mind. Break that wall. After that, anything happens. Because of that wall, impossible, you do not allow the vibration happening in the individual mind to pass it to the cosmic mind. If there is a wall, anything happens, that boat jetty will never reach the ocean. Impossible is not reality, it is a pattern. Please listen. Please understand, all the miracles I continue to perform is not to show off or demonstrate or my pride. It is just to tell you one statement. Impossible is only pattern, not reality. If you think something is impossible by you, it is only a pattern, it is not truth. I am going to learn first and do it. Then I am going to tell all the ashramites to do it. Sannyas initiation only after they complete pole yoga. No, it is possible. It is possible. He is doing gymnastics. She has not learnt authenticity from an incarnation. When she can do, why not? जो भी आप असंभव सोचते हैं उसकी सोची बनाइए. एक वर्ष के इस अभ्यास के बाद आप देखेंगे वो सभी असंभव कन. Our whole Sangha woke up when I declared we will be enriching 1,000 lives on May Inner Awakening. Whole Sangha woke up. We will do. But we woke up, and this is the largest program we are in the land. I was thinking the cruise was large. Yesterday I was told this is the largest program after the religious persecution. 3 years of slumber, tiredness, laziness given upon ourselves and others, the whole Sangha occasion. First, I made the whole Sangha believe they can stand up again. Now only I can see people feel, yes, we can stand up again. Man who can give this push when people fall is a leader. I can see the confidence in the eyes of my Swamis, my volunteers, my organizers, my devotees, my disciples, even in... What was the number of lives enriched? The last Inner Awakening? It's only 2 digit. That much I can be sure. Two digit. And only 53 days gap. Ma, tell me the number. And the whole Sangha woke up. And I tell you, August will be enriching more than 1,000 lives because we already broke the pattern of impossible. Any weight crushes you. Stand up, crush. You are crushed. If you lift it, it becomes your strength. The pattern impossible can either crush you or it can become strength in the hand. Now it is literally crushing your hand. If you lift it, that same 10 kg now adds strength to your muscle. This persecution was the collective impossibility put on us. The alagala poison put on us. Collective negativity put on us. Just by swallowing the whole thing and finishing off in the throat, he swallowed in the throat. Declared victory means just by the declaration of a word, Mahadeva crushed the alahala poison. Just when I declared, we will be enriching 1,000 lives. through my inner awakening, I already swallowed the whole alahala poison of impossible and finished it off, destroyed it. The poisonous lung have the quality of killing anymore. When poison becomes part of the Mahadeva's body, naturally it becomes nectar. March 42 are attending, getting enriched. Only 33 days gap. "60 days before we declared 1,000 lives will be enriching for May. Oka. Continue to break the pattern of impossible. We stood up. We will now start flying. Yoga is authenticity in action. Yogaha karma kaushalam. Earlier translation as many of you would have put this statement in your office, house, based on my record. Now update. Yoga is authenticity in action. Is reduction in the words you utter. Means first step of yoga is reduction in words due to practice of integrity. And yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Yoga is authenticity in action. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Yoga कार्य में न केवल पूर्णता है बल्कि कार्य में श्रद्धा लाना है. हर कार्य में श्रद्धा लाना योगा है. योगा कर्मसु कौशलम. कार्य में श्रद्धा ही योगा है. जब कोई वासन आपको कुचल रहा है, जब कोई वसन आपको कुचल रहा है, यदि आप उसे उठाते हैं, वही वसन आपको शक्ति दिलाता है. जो उत्पीड़न हमने अनुभव किया, नकारात्मकता थी, केवल एक घोषणा में इनर अवेकनिंग कार्यक्रम में 1000 लोगों की जीवन को लाभान्वित करेगा. द्वारा मैंने उस उत्पीड़न की हाला को समाप्त कर दिया. Bring authenticity in every level. The way you do business, the way you maintain relationships, the way you take the responsibility, the way you cognize the world, the way you respond to the world, the way you act, the way you feel others, the way you behave with your body, the way you behave with your mind, with everything, bring authenticity. The way you behave with your boss. If you are irritated just by seeing the boss, extend it. You will not get irritated at least for 5 minutes. Without getting agitation. What is agitation? When you don't take responsibility for your commitments to others, you get agitated, you get irritated. If you take the responsibility for your commitments, you will not be irritated. Any root pattern in you which does not allow the cognition, complete with that pattern first. Get out of that pattern first. जब आप अपने प्रतिबद्धताओं का उत्तरदायित्व लेते हैं, आप आवेश और आंदोलन की स्थिति में नहीं रहेंगे. Don't show pseudo sympathy towards you. Because if you show the pseudo sympathy, you are not showing sympathy to you, you are showing sympathy to your root patterns, which will flow and destroy you more. One temple priest came to see my puja once. I myself was doing arti. He was shocked and he said, only after seeing your arti, I realized we all forgot even to raise the hand fully when we do arti. The whole hand should move. Arti should fly in the air. Fire should fly in the air. Authenticity is life. Authenticity is life. Authenticity is life. Break all the patterns of inauthenticity. First, break the root pattern of impossible in your life. आज सत्संग के सारांश है. Today's सत्संग श्रद्धा पूर्वक अपनी अश्रद्धा व्यवहार को तोड़ दीजिए. उसको एक कागज पर लिखिए, फिर श्रद्धा के साथ जीना आरंभ कीजिए. 1 वर्ष के बाद आप देखेंगे कि आपके सोचे हुए हर असंभवता संभव हो जाए और वास्तविक व्यवसाय में श्रद्धा लाइए. आपको आपके संबंधों में श्रद्धा लाइए, अपने श्रद्धा लाइए, आपके हर प्रतिक्रिया में श्रद्धा लाइए. जिस तरह आपके बारे में सोचते हैं, अपने आप से और दूसरों के लगातार श्रद्धा में रहिए. स्वयं के प्रति बनावटी सहानुभूति को ना दिखाई, स्वयं के प्रति शक्ति से पेश आइए और बगैर कोई समझौता की लगातार श्रद्धा में रहिए. आइए अब हम सब आज यह घोषणा करें कि आपसे मैं जो भी कार्य करूँगा उसमें श्रद्धा लाऊंगा.